Welcome back, guys, to full race, and it's time for the Vegas Grand Prix review. And tell you what, in this case, it's better being late than ever. Or, that's not even saying, late than early. Either way, I've messed up the intro, but there's something else that get messed up. Lost in translation. The Mclaren Skydrock. Alright. Oh, 0.2 millimetres under what's required, and both guys disqualified. I mean, this has to be, I'm pretty sure it was the Nürburgring in '97. Schumacher got disqualified and I gave Fillmore the title. So, apart from that, this has to be the quite possibly the craziest disqualification of all time. There's obviously been a lot of disqualifications in Formula 1 history. Leclerc, start of the season, I think it was Leclerc and Hamilton a couple of years ago in America. Hamilton a couple of years ago in Brazil qualifying. The one that sticks out to me is Abu Dhabi 2012 when Vettel got disqualified for qualifying, and it really set up that race for the championship between him and Alonso, because the Red Bull was OP at that point of the season, and it really was it was necessary. Obviously it was a fair disqualification, but in terms of, the two championship rivals getting disqualified, and obviously in turn it's benefiting the guy that was done. Max was never going to win this title. Too much damage across the last two races in Mexico, and what was the other one? Mexico and what? I can't even remember. I don't even know what the other one was. What was the race? Mexico and Brazil. Mexico and Brazil. So there you go, Mexico and Brazil. It's brought him right back into contention. There is no guarantees from a Max perspective, right? But I think everybody was pretty much thinking, well, there's no way that Oscar Piastri is going to win this championship, and the only guy that could win it was Max. And looks like Max has got a good chance. Max won Qatar last season. The car was definitely looking worse towards the back end of last season. We've got a sprint as well. And then, going into Abu Dhabi 2021, look how much the odds were stacked against Max in that race. The Mercedes was clearly quicker, and there's controversy surrounding it, but at the end of the day, he still got it over the line. If Max is going in to Abu Dhabi, even with, I'm not saying he'd take it, because anything could happen in Qatar, but if he's going in, with a gap around 10 points, I think you've got to take that. Absolutely. Be interesting, folks, to see how it goes down. And it's just, I love watching F1, but it matters more when there's A, money on it, and B, when there's an actual title fight. And make no mistake about it, this makes it more interesting, right? Because as long as Piastri and Verstappen outscore Norris over the course of the Qatar weekend, both guys are in with a shout in the last race, and anything could happen, and that's what we want. But anyway, let's put the next two. What about this one? So race begins. Lando Norris defends against Max, bit too hard, runs deep, gets overtaken by Max and Russell, and an incident that was completely forgotten about. Gabriel Bortoleto just smashes straight into the side of the likes of, Gasly, Stroll. This got Hamilton up the order, got a lot of people up the order. See the fact that there was this double, what the fuck, John just fell for a tree, man, and cracked me in the dome. See the fact there was a double disqualification. This crash for Bortoleto, right, it's not going to get talked about. But could you imagine, if this crash for Bortoleto took out, Norris or Verstappen and, ruled whoever the fuck out of the title fight? This would be getting highlighted so bad. It was horrific. This is something you try in the F1 game. Turn one, it's not the tightest corner on the track, right? It is round, it's not like a right hand, but at the same time, you can't be doing what Gabriel Bortoleto did here. And then we go into the race. It was quite evident which cars had pace and which didn't. The Williams and the race Bulls looked alright, but then Leclerc's coming through. Piastri just nowhere near the level of Norris. It's a three-way fight between Norris, Russell and Verstappen, but it kind of just petered out, folks, gotta be honest. I mean, it got interesting towards the end when Norris and Russell both started slowing down. Oh, Russell's his tyre wear. I'm not convinced Russell's his tyre wear. I mean, Russell's could have been the plank as well, but I believe it's just cars selected at random that get the whole... Or is it? I'm not even 100% sure. Either or. I mean, when was the last time a car had to slow down due to a fuel issue? I always thought with that Norris thing this morning, it was very weird, very fishy, so to speak. But him and Piastri obviously both get disqualified. I mean, 1, 2, 3 more laps. Norris could have easily have finished behind the likes of Russell, Antonelli and Piastri on track. Hell, even Leclerc, he was there. Further down, like I said, you had Sainz, Hadjar get promoted to 5th and 6th. Then it was Hulkenberg, really good drive. Hamilton, actually was it Hamilton in front of Hulkenberg? No, actually it was Hulkenberg in front of Hamilton. Then it was the two Haas's that got promoted. Alonso misses out on a point. That car's brutal in a straight line. The fact he even got that close is probably a minor miracle for Aston Martin. I mean, you could see the difference when it was wet. They were right at the top because they've got a good downforce, but I just don't understand this. How can the car be so fucking draggy? I mean, it's by far the worst car in a straight line, right? But it's not like the Mercedes engine's bad. You look at Mercedes, you look at McLaren, you look at other rest of these Williams, their engine ain't bad. I mean, it's not what they once had, like the mid 2010s, of course it's not. But I don't understand why it is this fucking bad for Aston Martin. It's just so draggy and yeah, crazy folks. Anyway, that was it. Double DSQ, insane. I mean, I went to bed about 6, woke up, and the first thing I seen, like, under investigation. But I mean, once you know it's for the skid blocks, they kind of have to get disqualified, or else you're cheating. I mean, I've seen jokes around, oh, it's papaya rules. One of them gets disqualified, they both get disqualified. I mean, I do believe it would have been better if just Norris got disqualified and Piastri closed the gap to 6 points, because then, you know, Norris and Piastri, 6 points between them. That's a lot more feistier than it is right now with the 24. But for me, there's only 2 guys that can win this title. It's the guy leading it, and it's the guy in the Red Bull. Piastri, I don't know what odds he is with 2 races to go, but he's done. It's not happening. It's all over for Oscar Piastri, guys. The guy's mince, let's face it.